conversations with Dr. Johnson. Soon we're going to have to crown you.
Really?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because the instructions and advice that you give, well, I'm calling it wisdom, is such that you need to be crowned like the doctor of wisdom.
I see.
This morning in the conversations upstairs with my staff, people have been talking to me, oh my God, every time Dr. Johnson speaks, it's like gold or diamonds.
Pearls of wisdom.
Is that what they call it?
Yes.
That's why we want to crown you the doctor of wisdom. So today we are concluding this week's series about the microbiome. So we've been talking all week about the microbiome.
Yes.
And you have talked about how important the balance is to our immune system. Can
Yes.
you elaborate more on that as we close this out?
Okay. Well, we all have good and bad bacteria in our colon. It's not possible to get rid of all the bad bacteria, nor is it even desirable. Okay. The bad bacteria can cause illness and sickness if they're present in excessive amounts. The good bacteria...
Yeah, not just excessive amounts, but excessive types of the bad bacteria
Yes.
can also create
Yes.
some real problems.
Yes, of course.
Like C. difficile,
Yes, of
which
course.
are very dangerous, bad ones,
Yes.
if they are in overwhelming numbers.
Yes, yes.
Yes, go ahead, sorry.
And our good bacteria perform lots of functions, important functions. They produce some of the vitamins that we need, and they produce energy sources for the human body to burn for fuel, especially something called butyrate.
Yes.
Now, butyrate is a saturated fat, and we've all been taught that saturated fats are bad, and not only is that nonsense, that's dangerous nonsense. Every cell in our body has a miniature brain that regulates it. The overall body has this big brain up here, but then every cell in your body has a miniature brain to regulate cell function. And that miniature brain is called the membrane.
Yeah,
okay?
the membrane. Yeah.
About 50% of our cell membrane has to be made of saturated fats.
Wow.
So there are good saturated fats, there are bad saturated fats.
Interesting. So how could we, are there nutrients to supplement us with this butyric acid?
Well, you can get a supplement, but it's actually healthier to feed your good bacteria
So they
that they can
produce.
do their job.
And how do
produce
I feed my good bacteria? You make those bacteria sound like they're our friends.
Well, they are.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah,
our brothers, actually.
There you go. They're
Yes.
part of our tribe.
Yeah, they're part of our tribe. So how do we feed these little guys?
We feed them by eating fiber.
Wow. So if you don't have fiber in your diet, that's tough, right?
Yeah, you're toast.
Yes. And we know that the issues of gut health is really a big issue because it shows up in things like constipation and diarrhea at the extremes.
Well,
right?
sure, and it plays a massive role in our immune system,
Yes.
and it plays a very significant role in helping our brain up here to function as it should.
Yeah, well, I was going to go into that a bit. So yesterday you were saying leaky brain. So when...
Leaky gut.
Leaky gut. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I was going to the end point. They say leaky gut, leaky brain. Have you heard that? They say the inflammatory materials that escape into the bloodstream go into the brain and cause inflammation. Is that correct?
Well, yes, that is correct. I've never heard it called leaky brain, but
Okay.
yes, that is correct.
That's what we call liberals. They have a leaky brain. No, you were not supposed to comment on that. Yeah, that was our private joke. And so, so how does one cure leaky gut?
Well, leaky gut is most easily cured with a supplement called GlutaShield.
Yes, we showed that yesterday.
Yes, combined with an FSM series of treatments, frequency-specific microcurrent.
Our very popular energy treatment that we have here at the clinic, that cannot be delivered digitally. You have to come and see us to have that specified treatment. I'll be receiving one today myself. So thank you, doctor, about this overview of the microbiome. So we are going to introduce our brand ambassador now again, Una. Una has been spending some time with us here today at the clinic. Come on, Una. Stand in between.
Yes, a
We're
rose
going to
between
call
two
you,
thorns.
yeah, the beauty and the
beasts.
no, the beauty and the beast.
Okay.
I don't mind being the beast.
Okay,
Well,
so
whatever-
are we beauties?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I just
he
wanna
loves that difference.
Got it. I just want to make sure I get it right.
He doesn't want me to classify him as a beast with me.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, I'm afraid our viewers may not be able to see you. You're in camouflage today.
I know, yes. Just came out from my military exercises, dampening the enthusiasm of the liberals, hitting them where it matters. Okay, so Una, wow,
Yes.
you smile like a real liberal there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You told me last time that I have liberal tendencies.
I
You told me
know,
that.
yeah. Even when we took your blood today, we saw some
Yeah, you
liberal,
saw some pieces.
liberal cells inside.
I didn't know how to break it down to you. but-
Yeah, so talk to us. How did you come about? How you had a conversation with the doc about the test. So, doc, talk to her. What was the test she did, and why is she doing this?
Well, we did Boston Heart Health.
Yes.
This particular panel of tests delves incredibly deeply into all of the possible risk factors for cardiovascular disease.
Okay.
And it's more detailed than any test on the market that I'm aware of.
Why should that everyone possibly take that test as a baseline?
Well, the number one killer in the United States is what? Cardiovascular disease,
Correct.
heart attacks and strokes.
Yes.
And so almost all of us are susceptible to that to some degree,
Yes.
depending on a little bit is genetics, but it's mostly diet and lifestyle.
Exactly. Very important.
Yeah.
So, and what was your experience about participating, and how much did you know about this test before you took it?
I knew absolutely nothing about it until I took it.
Yes.
Excuse me. And I love that it's so detailed. And back to the heart thing, I have as a kid, I had a heart murmur.
Yes.
So I thought that was perfect just to see like details to see if it's still a thing, if it exists,
Yes.
if it doesn't.
Do you have history of cardiometabolic issues in your family?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so because family history is very important.
Yeah.
So going back to Dr. Johnson, so you said diet and lifestyle.
Yes.
Yeah, I never extract diet out of lifestyle. I think diet is part of lifestyle. But so lifestyle contributes almost 60 to 70%.
Yeah.
Or more?
Only about 5 to 10% of the bad things that happen to us health-wise
Yes,
are genetic.
Oh, wow. So it's 95%.
The rest is diet and lifestyle.
Yeah.
And yes, diet is part of lifestyle. You're absolutely correct. However, most people look at it as diet is one thing, lifestyle, your exercise,
Yeah, you
whether or not you
sleep.
smoke, you
Yeah.
sleep. They tend to look at it as two separate. So I'm
Okay.
trying to speak the language of the people.
All right, okay. Because in the clinic here, when we talk about lifestyle, we include diet, we include nutrition, what we call nutritional biochemistry as our diet conversation. We include environment, we include emotions, and we include exercise, and all
Totally,
of that in what
totally.
we call well-being
Yes.
as a
Totally.
complete set. So talk to us about the experience of giving your very precious European blood.
Thank you. It looked really nice when it was.
You
when
mean
it
the
was,
blood?
The blood, yes. It was really a nice color.
You think we should be selling that blood?
I think it's worth a lot of money.
You think? I thought you know.
I do know. So I was just
Okay.
answering your question.
Yes.
So it was honestly really easy.
We need to be careful how we ship that blood
Please,
because
please, can you
we,
make
we,
sure
we don't
you-
want the UPS people drinking that blood on the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But
just-
anyway, it's sealed in dry ice.
It's really important for
And
me.
protected.
Please,
Yeah,
thank
don't
you so
worry.
much. Thank you.
If
'cause
it
I
goes,
was getting a little
if
worried.
it goes missing, we'll send the
Oh,
FBI and
no,
CIA after
please.
that blood.
Precious cargo.
Yeah,
Yes,
precious cargo.
Yes,
Yes,
thank you.
yes.
Thank you. I really appreciate
It
it.
travels first class, actually.
Please, that's all I can do.
All right.
Thank
So how
you.
was it? Were
It-
you
it
like
was-
scared?
Honestly, no. It was effortless. It was just like I think we did 6 tubes. It
Yes.
wasn't anything major. At first, I was like, oh my goodness, how many tubes? It's so many
Yes.
different things.
And
on
you
this
thought if they
sheet.
took all this blood, you
What do
might
I
be
do?
dizzy.
Yeah, but no. It was
All right.
it was super easy, super simple.
Wonderful.
So.
So the blood is going to go away for analysis to the lab, and it's going to come back, and we're going to have a very detailed session we're
Yes.
going to run with Dr. Johnson reviewing your labs.
Yes.
And then there'll be another session where he then makes recommendations out of that review.
I love it.
So you can educate your audience and
Right.
yourself in the process.
Totally. I love
Right.
it.
So thank you for participating
you.
today. And Dr. Johnson is driving back to the desert.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's going back to the land of
I'm going back to paradise.
to paradise.
Oh,
Yes, the land
nice.
of milk and honey.
I love it.
The desert.
I
right.
love it.
So thank you. It's been a beautiful week. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for loving us. Thank you for liking us. I know we're not as pretty as Una, but that's why we have Una, so you can follow us also. Thank you.
Follow.
And thank you, Una.
Thank you for
And thank you,
having me.
Dr. Johnson.